It's Angela Vaughn. It's your girl, Angela Vaughn. Would it be? The letter V. Angela Vaughn.
And we about to get
It's Angela Vaughn. Angela Vaughn. It's Angela Vaughn. And we about to talk.
What's good, you guys? It's your girl, Angela Vaughn, back with another episode of Hood Hype, where we talk about all the random stuff that we want to talk about. And today, I'm bringing you guys another episode of Our Kind of People. So, we all know last episode was crazy. It started off with Angela Vaughn thought that Teddy, her dad, set her mom up to go to jail when the crack shit happened. Okay, then we got Lauren, who ruined the cotillion by revealing that her cousin has a past, has a criminal history. Now, her mom throws her out of cotillion. Then we also seen that Papa Franklin had a heart attack or something when it ended up happening. So the last episode was absolutely crazy. But this episode, you guys, I have no idea what's going to happen. I think that Papa Franklin, he probably dead or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Just grasping on his chest. But then what would the show be? The show would be nothing without Papa Franklin because he's crazy, right? So let's just get into it. Have no idea, but I'm hoping that Lauren get her shit together. I'm hoping that Papa Franklin is still alive, okay? Because we need him, all right? And then I'm hoping that with Morris Chestnut, what is her husband's name? I'm also hoping Raymond get his shit together. You all know he brought back in his wife from his past, trying to get revenge on the dad. So I'm just hoping that all of this shit is just like knocked out. But let's go ahead and tune in, and I will let you guys know what's going on in this episode. All right, guys. So the beginning of this episode starts with not what I expected. It starts with Teddy basically talking to the doctor. The doctor's like, Teddy, if you keep ignoring my advice, I'm gonna have to discontinue the pill. He's like, well, listen, you discontinue this pill, then guess what, homie? I'm gonna discontinue my donation to your organization, to your lab. So, bitch, no, we not discontinuing the damn thing. And then he blamed it on a dizzy spell, in which we all know that he had a whole motherfucking heart attack clenching on his chest the way he was clenching on. So now, Papa Franklin called Tyreek in the room like, listen, Pop, he popping his egg like, Pop. When I excused myself from the dinner table yesterday, I seen you and Angela in my office slipping out. You sleeping with my daughter? Like, bro, really? Like, Papa Franklin need to move on. But he's basically like, listen, since this is what we're doing, now I know that you're involved with her. I trusted you. You are, you now not spying on her the way I asked you to do. Listen, this is the reason your daddy died. He's kind of like going in on him in a sense, not really saying like this is the reason your dad died, but he's just like, listen, I trusted your father to be my bodyguard. He went to go get the rent, got killed. I'm trusting you now. He's just like, okay, but anyways. What the fuck does got to do with me fucking Angela, bro? So, all in all, Pop's like, okay, I see that my only other trusted person is now involved with my daughter. So, I'm going to make sure that they have one hell of a cotillion week. And I'm just like, okay. In the very next scene, who the fuck do we see? We see Raymond's ex-fucking wife, okay? At the Gracities event. They're like, oh, honey, darling. Oh, yes. So, like, no, bitch. Take your ass back. Yeah, she had the audacity to show up at the Grace starting some shit, and you already know that Angela Vaughn is not having that. So she tried to, divert the situation. She tried to, move past it. And of course, Leah is just like, I can handle my own trash. Like, bitch. She also lets everyone know that she this is Raymond's ex-wife, and him and her was together for less than 12 months because she tried to come in and shit on him like, I know my presence as a celebrity, girl. Get me crazy. And Leah's just like, bitch, ta-ta. Okay, 9-9. And of course, the very first thing she does is call Raymond. 911 text it like, Alex Rivera, she's here. What's your ex-wife doing here? And of course, Raymond looking stupid like,
Did she say what she's doing here?
Huh. Did she say what she's doing here? Huh. Did she say what she's doing here? Huh. Did she say what she's doing here? Huh. Did she say what she's doing here? You know what she's doing here. Okay? You know what she's doing here, Raymond. You know what she's doing here. You know what she's doing here multiple times. And the worst part about this is that Leah's really feeling herself like, I think that Alex is a little salty because you chose a real marriage instead of a fake one. Like, girl, he called her. He called her. Wow. sent in message. Now, we all know that Taylor is now Lauren's ex-girlfriend because, Lauren, she tried to ruin her cousin's, basically her future. Watch the last episode if you guys see it, if you haven't seen it. But anyways, so Taylor is just like, 911, come through. I got something to show you. Come to the beach. And why, she comes there, she pops up, and Taylor got this pretty ass, like, would you allow me to take you to the cotillion and woo woo, like, the gas, man. I'm just like, this is so ratchet. Like, that's still your cousin's ex-girlfriend. Don't be a bad bitch. And I don't mean like a bad bitch. I mean, like, don't be a bad bitch. And then she's going to say she'll be honest. Okay. So Taz be coming in with that click, clack, click, click, clack. Okay, I'm trying to let you know because he come in booming and banging with the facts, bro. I love her dad, even though he's an asshole and he's a little bitch made, you know what I'm saying, because of what he did to the parents and everything. But let me tell y'all how he came in. So he came in to Angela like, hey, I got these for Nikki, these pearls, because he's actually taking Nikki to the cotillion to stand with her for the cotillion, as her father, her granddad. I thought it was really sweet, a nice gesture. But Angela's like, listen, with that gesture comes a motive. He always has a motive for everything. So he's like, listen, there's no motive. These pearls, these was given to from my mom to the mothers to now I want to give it to Nikki, and so she's just like, Angela's just like, wow, that's crazy. And she was like, you can't buy her love. And that's when he explained, like, no, it's passed down from generations. I'm not trying to buy her love, sweetheart. Okay. Now, next, he's like, and I can do something for you. And Angela's like, I don't need any trinkets from you. And he's just like, I don't have a trinket. Your baby daddy wrote me from jail saying that he needs my help. And I can do this. I have these connections. I've donated to the Innocence Project. And now Angela's just like, oh my God, wait, you can get him out of jail? Well, I just need to think about you getting him out of jail. Like, girl, what the hell you need to think about? Like, I understand you got to tell your daughter and stuff like that, but you can't, like, be like, I need to think about him getting out of jail, because now Papa Franklin is like, listen, I'm going to pause reaching out to my contacts, you know what I'm saying, until you give me the word that it's okay for us to get him out of jail. Okay, so that's another thing. And then he leaves, y'all. Listen, he leaves, okay, with the whisper in the ear, and oh yeah, I like you and Tyreek together. He's a good man. And look at Angela like, okay, so you know everything, don't you? Like, yes, honey, because Papa Franklin, he has been around the block a couple times, motherfucker. He know the deal, okay? And he gonna call you out on your shit. And that's what I like about him. So in the next scene, the dad is basically talking with Leah. Mr. Franklin's talking with Leah, and he's just like, oh, I got a motherfucking plan. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get the boyfriend out of jail so that he can get back with Angela, and it's gonna break up Tyreek. And I'm just like, bruh, you do always have an agenda with your old ass. You need to be focusing on your fucking health and making sure things are right. Instead, you talking about some getting Tyreek back, spying on Angela, shipping her back off with her baby daddy. Like, you're doing a lot. And it's very, very it's all done with a ton of malice. And it's just like, you too old and too sick to be trying to be so bad. You know your ass is sick as hell. Shouldn't you be making things good, get right before you go ahead and hit the pot? All right, guys. So in this next scene, we have Papa Franklin and Nikki getting to know each other. He's dancing with her, talking with her, and I'm just giving her a bit of advice. As she's getting ready to leave out, Lauren comes in and apologizes to her for everything that she's done. At the cotillion, or prior to the cotillion, just dogging her. And then, Nikki apologized for messing with her girl, but didn't let her know that her girl's taking her ex, is taking her to the cotillion and all of that to escort her. So she didn't let her know any of this other stuff. She just like, basically they apologized. I feel like it took a lot for Lauren to go through and apologize to her cousin like that, even though she should have. I just feel like it was a lot for her to do, but I'm glad she did it, because now it seems like they're on a good, in a good space, and hopefully they can move past all the nonsense. All right, guys. So, I love this. So Leah and Angela, they're kind of engaging, having conversation with each other, and Leah's just like, hey, I heard about your baby daddy. I know it must have been difficult trying to, raise Leah alone. I mean, raise Nikki alone. Woo woo, blah blah. And she's just like, look, Nikki knows nothing about this. Don't tell her. And then, she's just like, listen, I would never do anything like that. I wouldn't want to hurt, Nikki. And then Angela's just like, good, because I would hate to bring out my Boston. And Leah's like, yeah, I have a slight feeling that your Boston may whip my bougie ass. And Angela's like all up and down the street. But on the low, we did see them scrap. You know what I'm saying? Leah may put them paws on her ass, but I see Angela, she's a little bit more hood. So I wouldn't want to see them beautiful women fighting anyway. So let's not even talk about it. But if they do, then right before Leah leaves, she's just like, Angela's just talking to her. She's just like, yeah, I know Teddy is trying to make up for lost times. I just feel like he's doing too much. He comes at me with this speech, it's us against the world. And y'all know he just had that speech with his daughter talking about some it's us against the world with the whole hand clap, crisscross applesauce shit that was going on. So I'm just like, and Leah's just like, oh, he said that to you? And I'm sure she's feeling definitely some type of way about, her daddy, something that he used to say to them forever, him saying it to Angela. Like, she was cool, but now she's just like, okay. Everybody turning on my ass. Whoo-wee, honey. So, the next scene we got the mom, Raymond's mom, she comes into the spa and she just starts basically throwing shit, hot towels, hot little rocks and stuff on the back of Alex Rodriguez, I believe is her name, or whatever, the ex-girlfriend or ex-wife of Raymond. And she's like, I told you not to come here anymore. And she's like, you don't scare me, looking all scared and shit. And she's basically like, listen, I told you I asked to stay away from my family. I don't like repeating myself. And she's just like, I'm not scared of you no more. And she's just like, that's because I'm not trying to scare you, sweetie. Now, if you keep messing with my family, it's going to be some big issues. And as Raymond mom is leaving, talking to Alex, she starts throwing shit at her and then tells her that her stank, basically. It's bad, y'all. The mom also told her, like, listen, we had a deal. You said you wouldn't be around my family. You connecting with Teddy. You said you wouldn't reach out. She was like, I didn't reach out. He reached out to me. But let's gossip, y'all. So the mom is like, listen, honey, you was a fisherman's daughter. You know what I'm saying? You now in news, anchor TV, we don't need all of that around. So you need to go ahead and move out. You know what I'm saying? Before we have an issue. And that's when the whole I'm not scared of you came. Okay, so I already know the episode is going to end absolutely terrible because the mom walked in on Lauren and Lauren is just putting everything up in a closet or taking everything out of her closet. She's actually donating a lot of her clothes. It's called Lauren's Closet. I love this idea too. For people who are, socially stigmatized, maybe not have had the same opportunities. And so she's going to go ahead and get them or give them some of her nice clothes, the fashion shit that she has in her closet that she's not necessarily using. And the mom is like, well, I hope you're not going to give this away. It was the dress that she was supposed to be wearing to Cotillion. And she was just like, well, mom, I really don't know what to do with it. And the mom was like, well, maybe you should just wear it because after I went to the Great Cities and pleaded your case today, you're back into Cotillion. And she's like, oh my God, thank you. But y'all remember that now Taylor already asked Nikki to go to Cotillion with her. So, like, what's going to happen? Lauren's just going to be there looking around at Cotillion while her ex and her cousin is just getting it on? This is so ratchet. The Cotillion is just all bad. So, Lauren is looking over, seeing Taylor and Nikki hugging fucking Alex there, and she's up there side-eyeing Raymond. Raymond's looking to the side, and he has to get up and move, and Leah looks and she sees them two looking, and then she gets up behind Raymond. Then she tells her that she also wrote Raymond a Dear John letter in order for them to leave. So now Leah's feeling all types of way. Like, what you mean a Dear John letter? That's how y'all broke up? Everything is just looking weird. It's just not sounding right, and it's getting crazy. So this is all bad right here. And the reason why it's so bad is because, Raymond asked for his ex to do the dirt on Teddy. And like she said, what better way to get dirt on Teddy than to be right here at Teddy's home? And so now Leah just realized, like, oh shit, like, you never picked me. You didn't pick me. Our whole marriage, I thought that you dumped her and you are with me. But now she tells me that she dumped you with a letter and then I'm a consolation prize, bitch. She needs to get the fuck up out of here. So that's where Leah's at right now. I'm telling y'all, it's getting real messy. it's just getting worse and worse. So you guys know that Teddy, he was hired Tyreek's dad to work for him. Well, you'll also know that Angela and Tyreek, they stole books out of Teddy's office when he was having that heart attack. Well, in one of the books, Angela, she skimmed through it. She found some information about Tyreek's dad. And Tyreek said he knows the story. His dad got shot in the head by somebody crazy. But in reality, his dad didn't get shot by somebody crazy. He got shot in the head in the car. And now in the book, the uncle who was Teddy's brother is asking like, what has Teddy done? We just found him, Tyreek's dad shot in the back of the head. What's happening? What did he do now? And now Tyreek is just like, hold up, what? Like, huh? And yeah, it's just not good, y'all. He comes and drop Nikki off and just like, I want to have another dance with another one of my daughters. And he's like, Leah, come have a dance with me. And, Leah's feeling some type of way, like, what? Like, I ain't heard you say my name all night. So she's just like, you use your speech to, apologize to Angela. And he was just like, well, yeah, I got to gain her trust. And I'm just like, what? Like, you still own this shit? And she's just like, well, I've been keeping everything under wraps. She about to cry and shit. I've been doing this and covering for you and all of this and that. And you didn't even mention me once. Like, she is all up in her feelings, y'all. And basically, she's just like, you know what? If you want to spend the last few days reaching out and hanging out with Angela, that's fine. I'll just be there at your funeral. And I'm just like, girl, you are being extra dramatic. You had him all your life. But I get it. She's just a little jealous. But he definitely still should have mentioned her. I was kind of shocked, too, that he didn't say anything about Leah. Like, what? But then, once again, he's on some shit. Everything is a plot with him. So, yeah. So, basically, Angela Vaughn comes up to her dad. She's just like, Dad, I appreciate everything that you did for Nikki, the bracelet, the coin. And he's just like, that's nothing. I want to be able to do stuff for you. In fact, I called, your guy, your baby daddy's parole. He was already up. He was up for parole already. Just a couple phone calls. Like, he is being released immediately. And Angela's just like, what you mean he's being released immediately? He's like, I mean, he's on the way to the island right now. And she's just like, listen, you don't get to do this and make these decisions for us and try and change our lives. And he's just like, why can't you let me do this for you? And I'm just like, bro, you are being a bad dad right now. Like, you know what you're doing. Everything has motive for it. So now Angela's back at the house. She's mad. She's talking to her auntie like, he's so smug with it. Like, dog, you don't know my life. The Boston is coming up out of her. She's getting hood. But once again, it is something that's going to be life-changing. It's going to be life-changing, like she says, for her daughter, for her boyfriend, and then even for him, her baby daddy, who's just going to get dropped into this new world like things are supposed to be all, just litty, like, no. Y'all, so she up there snapping to Auntie, and Auntie is just like, she's like, man, you just seem super calm. Like, why you not mad like I am? She's like, because you don't want to hear what I got to say. And then she walks up to her auntie, grabs her auntie's cake, and throws it in the garbage can, honey. And her auntie is just like, oh, you don't want to hear what I got to say. You want to see some furniture moving up in here. Y'all already know. Bah, bah, bah. So she's just like, she sits on the ground, showing, hey, auntie, I'm not trying to be all up on that. And auntie is pissed off. She's just like, nah, you just mad because you done lied to that girl for 17 years. You got to take responsibility. And now it's your fault. And you blah, blah. And it ends tonight. And she's just like, and auntie gets mad, like, pushed her chair out, like, threw away my damn cake. Because she grabbed her cake and threw it away. It was terrible, y'all. It was just terrible. I would have been mad too. I probably would have got the cake out the trash can and slapped her across the face with the plate. But auntie not lying though. That's exactly why she's pissed off. She got herself in some shit she got to get herself out of. Oh shit, y'all. So, damn, y'all. The episode ain't even over yet. And I'm like, what the hell? So, basically, Teddy goes home. He's just like, oh, I see you. And who's sitting on his couch? Tyreek, bro. Tyreek all mad and shit like, what happened to my dad? How did he die? You've been lying to me all this time. And he's just like, perhaps I forgot how maybe it was, and Tyreek stands up and he's like, no, how did my dad die? He tried to boss up on him. And he's just like, he was killed in a car. What happened to my dad? And he's just like, your dad killed himself. And the reason why we told you the story of someone killing him is so that you and your mom could get the life insurance money that he had. Had I not told them that your father committed suicide, then you wouldn't have any of this. And then he's like, huffing and puffing and breathing and trying to catch his breath. Y'all, why he have another damn heart attack? Faint fall the fuck out. And while he's screaming, somebody get help. Who the hell walks in? Angela's baby daddy. And I'm just gonna let y'all know, okay? Angela's baby daddy now. Okay, he look a little different from when he was in jail now. But anyways, now he comes in with his suit all up on, his little tight shirt, and he's just like, I was supposed to be meeting Mr. Franklin, and Tyreek's just like, hey brother, can you just help me get him to the car so we can take him to the hospital? Don't even know who the hell he's talking to. Now they ask about the bond and shit. Oh, this is getting good. All right, now we at the next scene, y'all, and who is in the car? Raymond and Alex. He's just like, listen, I want to dirt on Teddy, but this shit right here, this not the way to do it. So what we finna do is we finna drop you off. You need to leave because my marriage is not worth this bullshit that you pulling right here. And she's just like, honey, let's gossip. So why Alex and motherfucking Raven in the car, right? And she's telling him like, hey, had I known another DuPont was gonna be sending me all out the house, all out of town, I wouldn't have been in this situation. And he's just like, what are you talking about? She's like, your mama wrote me a check because she didn't see me as your bride. She seen Leah. So basically I left, and he's like, well, you took a check to walk away from our marriage? And she was like, no, they threatened to have my parents deported if I didn't leave. So I literally had no choice at all. And he's just like, whoa, I didn't know that. And then, honey, she pulls out the check. Pull the check out her goddamn wallet, right? And he's like, what's this? And she's like, that's a check. It's a lot of money. He's like, I keep this check as a reminder because I never cashed it. As everything that I got right here, I worked hard for it and I got it myself. And Raymond is just like, oh my God, I never known. So now we have another issue where now he's probably thinking like, damn, I thought she walked out on me and left me, but really it was my mama. And now I was forced to be with Leah when I really wanted to be with her. Oh my God. It's terrible. While he's in the car, he gets the call from Leah like, Dad had a heart attack. No. While he's in the car, I think he gets a call from Leah because he said baby, but I know Tyreek. So Tyreek must have called Leah. Leah must have called Raymond. And then he's like, I'm on my way. Before he hung up the phone, Alex was like, is everything okay? You heard the click. And then he's like, take me to the hospital, to the driver, because in the back of the limo. And he's just like, Leah's dad just had a heart attack. And I'm just like, bro, first off, you telling this bitch, no, she's a reporter. Oh my God. Raymond. So basically, Angela, she goes inside Nikki's room. She's getting ready to tell her, like, I got to tell you something. I don't really know where to start at. And, the auntie comes in like, Ange, telephone, basically saying that, hey, Teddy had a heart attack. So Angela comes through. Everybody's already there. Angela comes through, busts through the doors, trying to figure out, hey, what's going on with Pops? You know what I'm saying? Yikes, y'all. And at the hospital is her baby daddy. Her baby daddy, Tyreek, the daughter, Nikki, okay? The aunties, everybody's there. So this is just Lord. The episode ends, like I said, basically, guys, with Angela, they see him at the hospital. Nikki asks who he is, and she's just like, I didn't want to tell you like this, but baby, that's your daddy. Like, girl, that is your father. And it's just everybody's looking, the Franklins are all looking down the hall. The aunties looking, dad and daughter looking at each other. Everyone's just looking and it's just super intense, you guys. But I am going to definitely keep you guys up and post it on this show because it is just so good, you guys. All right, guys, if you like this video, love this video, leave comments in the comment section and let me know what other shows or books you guys think I should do reviews on, all right? It's your girl, Angela Vaughn. Hood hype.